Yam fasire mu oduro fama twedi aponyame se nenso wode ache yen ewo Gumbe show dwumadie so na madaroma mo a eya mota frese ensa mo pesa mo yan mo mfamra no otwe ebosei no a ensa advert no yebetumi age abopa tie ya na maye amana ya akono na enuoma atso atumi akoso Gumbe show enso ateten taba mu a advert amode beba bia no meto mebo aso no maye ne yi tubetumi so pia bi e de aba bi go so ama ye di nkomo ama enuoma atumi akoso na ene yatena se ya ye di nkomo yi eye enuoma tietia be mienu ya ye ba bebo nkomo e de afa ho na ye be hye Dr. Oheneba Boamah, the President of the Republic of Ghana. Ya wakan sama hudu be bredi afa Ghana ho ye be di san nkomo no e de afa ho ne ya hwese Ghana no ade ne tuma papa e de be fra ene wani beje meso mani beje ya trase on Gumbe show na ene meta usika 1000 Ghana cedis na anwumre ebriba mu amene ubedi nkomo e odwumadie so na sese diam dia bebo mu ne se ufra wi anu ma watie ni pamienu eti wudi sika wie no a okwa akotere no ne ma watie ni patu enso e de aka ho eti star 274 hash star 274 hash no was select number 1 power SYZ and I mean one betcha will be answering you who won't be another day now 1,000 Ghana cedis and a year by a babidie star 274 hash 1,000 cedis and a benyan numere or how near money and a dorsum sika wireding and then numere no kachukuni din komobina no kwasam no more ding pa obi a wonim no pass ni paso mesi de ayo ene emunye minua system no ye hot enti star 274 hash for mobile phone no na dial star 274 hash na select number 1 power SYZ mensaka promo eno no enen koma ye babedie ne doso Professor Frimpong Boateng na wo minister e wona na ado amamuom wodi atodwa se e magana fo entoaba emfama this NPP biam wose e magana ni bia ento santene entoaba emfama NPP emu nkomo ha yebedi ade afa ho mesa de makwa akire akaka mu sika dodo ananado de sesa katai ani Dr. Oheneba Boamah sika was spending wo man Ghana mu ya amfa kwampa so eno so emu nkomo ho ya yebedie Boamah so wa achievement as mate eti de waye no eno so yebedi nkomo ade afa ho ene edai ensam no doso president Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo esai agbo aswa Ghana e woni ti so akobo no ofeyi ase ene sai Nana Adwosa kwakogu Ghana ni ase biem we de enye ba bia asodem Oheneba Boamah akomasalati alawa akobaro no atia to team ala agu nanim ase ensam no doso ni nyina no yebetrase ne yedi ho nkomo eti twame na mi twa me homra me ba yebedi nkomo star 274 hash star 274 hash ubedi 1000 Ghana yan komerisia
Masaka easy why your power for Masaka promotion there is the big or your big separate power for Masaka promotion one day I never dial star 274 hash star 274 hash area that choose power effort now select a number of drawer and put this on wishim draw Krubia 5 Ghana so the spend the more as a shot draw them with a standard chance able to marry in a big you're big every give you so you 50,000 Ghana cedis na your chair hey 50,000 Ghana cedis knock off you with the last shot 274 hash Masaka power for Masaka promotion is licensed and regulated by NLA on Caritas Lottery platform Kaida drawing shashada home
Yankoti adansi Spanish garlic mixture na wa fe na wati edroin ka ba be di wa adansi ana edro de sa jiga na ha baby awo me die kra ma no me wi a me kope fofra to nie
me woni capsules wa me e do be ni de me tina ti de mu ni na ye adwuma me du fia me tin ka se me mu me nsa ene me na nyina didedi
last one Spanish mixture. Oh my, it's Spanish garlic mixture. I know na meno. I do my thing ka. Me dey.
Cedric, mami di ho dance entre no. Samu to ba ko bi so na. E wa adaka mu green. Eno
Who can we na?
Spanish Ginkgo capsules is good for retentive memory and anti-aging. Hey, me mami, na o ka bibia che na onkai. Ni we free nyama tentem. Ni skin and the body in your say. Me to be man no. Ene otumi ka nyama kra na me kra abomi pusa.
And check her center for and then the pharmacist can make a bash. I pay for a batch of more money for them with the future and come. Empty, actually, drinking country.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yes.
He be old cap.
Can I join you guys?
Always great, fresh, natural, eggs, mineral, water.
Still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. Best Wine is your one-stop wholesale and retail outlet for all your original favorite brands of wine, liquor, champagne at unbeatable prices. You can get discounts of up to 15% off. We provide customized solutions for your events with our event planning and catering services. Buy your well-stocked hampers from us at great prices. Best Wine is also a major distributor of X Natural Mineral Water. Locate us at number 34 Ninote Nyanchi Street, Jowulu, or call 050-761-3900 for delivery or for more inquiries. Best Wine, caliber of wine and liquor at its best.
Very good. You welcome once again to your favorite number one best show. Now, Mamifa and Tumanim say, Jumadi and Sono, Yasign and nominati a Focus Media Award as the best political show of the year, and as a show host me na mete na award na wase yakon here kokwaje award yi menamfofo no esese buache asase etua bribe buache ne Alaska omo asase etua bribe say minya no monye Alaska waje 2 na menka ho na buache last year omo nominate this year ene ya nominate afi buache tete me say minya na wonye, and that's not fair because mo mususa mo ma menyi we me retirement na mekoyi na me friend no nchichire me wire iti eno no iti ya select yen ya nyame eya adom ebre ni duru ameka kire mo na ya vote kama pa to take the award. Na award no e say Alaska peka no e na boache nso peka no e with the same category. Iti minim de omo ye seminya amomo esan se me to agem to koje ka me nso ka no kra mabre mpeka bia biem iti eno no but all the same ya trase ya yedi nkomo star 274 star 274 select number 1 power SYZ ene miguso iya mi twa bi enti so usutwa wo de na win 1,000 cedis ena anwumre edu so a yebebobo ena no nipa bebre eni so ena nti sa wo de hu wura mu a wobenya sika bebre na wo so wo de adidi ama anije atumi aba afa ya start yan komo twetwe no sei in fact nyamesi yan kanokre ya wonsam bia obi beka say oh na we etobanche ana etobode but asamba ko ameka ne nam obi a ehunu ne say ya mampani na nado danko akufo ado gradually what the animguasie do akọ a different level. President Akufo-Addo has taken the animguasie of this nation to a different level. Ya emwa emagana entumpong. Na mukaya na nado danko Akufo-Addo ekoye kokohu. Eye birthday cake. Sa sparkling ayinwa yedi esisi sono. President Akufo-Addo adwe ya ne se eye kennel. Ama ni kohu mu na enum. It was a disgrace. Minim se nyini ana amana penso entia. Na ade a yema mpanie sa akwa ya biem no. Otwadi aponyame se yanka na ahomte. Oma mpanie Akufo-Addo akọ Catholic asorim. Ene wakwa akwaji communion. Na yema mpani communion no akwaje ye no. No kwasam yema me Rebecca na nado agu anim ase. Animguase odi agu won ne se the way ya yema mpani sidi communion wasore ho no ase wo bi a odidi yate for be 40 years asema ni ni dida communion and the way ya yema mpani sidi communion no betra sidi bisa se is this man really hungry like this ya nyame aduane wodi ani bregu so a wodi ne basasa no ya nanadu wie ya communion one glass ma kakraka ne bi eno so waje ya bone guna anim guase na baomia so bawura so dem ho asa etia ya mi bisa se na kwa we ya kremoni anonya kremoni but ye beba baomia so mama ye ni kan ko president Akufo-Addo a odi communion emsa sa video we mu hu a omampani emfi obi a didi mi yanko didi mesramo monfa video no ntoso won say ya de bi ma Auntie Rebecca ana woji na ade no ede ma Auntie Rebecca no aya ketua bi te say watu nsetire na ade no white no a etare mu no wawai no sa pepepe na tie ana Auntie Rebecca de she nanum em se na nado de ye yema ni cake ana brodo ade ni o ade no a mo de brechire kakra bi ade ni aye flat one ketua bi enti ade pa na yade ma ye mampani a na wodi ni sa no eni flat one ketua bi communion wa on Auntie Rebecca diplomacy nti Auntie Rebecca hu ne say ancestor president yire the first lady of the land edidi wo bedwam enti wode ne sa esi ne hwene ane nanu ntam kata na no said ye beya wo bia hu say odidi champion man so de ye em se man ne ye ka boss be 5 akwa papa ye nim guase nipa oh awrade Ugana mobo wate otwedi ampo Ugana mobo aha Ugana mobo yima afena bre na du ubetumi ya start adwuma no na fe ye move aha eti ye ne sama me na fe ye move ba no kwasem momfa na na do close up no emfa ento soma me na me hwa de bi nso ho because te me dwe ho amente ase mo hwe etimu ya so ade pa ne yema mpani wodi ya ana communion one ne de glass ne so kama me de boni ti gura na do num che kete ya de ma we mu a wo mo ye di bu ma won wo de ya de ma won yi mumra chi kakra bi mo hwa de bi mo na do glass no ye de ama no na mo hu wo de mo hwa glass no na mo hwa de ama we glass ketua bi ne ye de ama no ketua bi ya kwakofa glass mu hotel ye King Solomon no ano no ye de ama ya man fani na den kwakufu ado Kampiata so na esai. Wono de ono so kwawura ho na sanko o. E de mo fa toa so. Mo fa toa so na asa no. E de na nwum no nko. Mo hwe no. Bawomia. Bawomia. Bawomia kramoni wakowura asori dem. Waje asori na boso. One na yire. Mama sound no nko. Mama sound no flow. Samuha video ni ya. Wube usa Samira chini kunsa. Se jaina kremuni nsasa. Eti ase wa yire ne yire nsa no. Odokure nim ensa no. Ese du asie mia ne yire nsa. Ede S Timothy. Owie ya no. Ana okọ masalachi. Osa wie ya no. So kodada ala mo hwe ekwan a ala ede ba omi afa so owie ye no ono wate ato no ala gu nanim as me kan me se ala yensi na twetwe di oni paguo no enu otwa oyiwa ono wamu na hwe oyiwa ala gu nanim Allahu akbar Allahu akbar Allahu akbar Aktabir Allahu akbar Hey Allah you can never want to me see Allah today Hey wakwa di communion akwa gina ho akosa na wie ya wo ba bebutu Allah ni ma beka Allahu akbar wa muni na hwefom tim ono akwa no akwa na teato mama ya ni yankomo na me di man ya tia ene de ebesi no anya papa e wo ha in fact minim sa wo de bia ya serie na ba omia na ate ato no eti no na ya sen komo na se wo batumi adwane ye Facebook no so na ya di yankomo ama enuoma atumi akoso ene nkomo no sei na ya hyase ede afa imakisi mesno he adwuma no ame hakaye no na yema pepepe why ha ebre na so mo mahu ha Facebook no aye TVXYZ enti dwane Facebook no na share video no fama yen na yeni sa enkomo no emfa emuvu afa yenko se enkomo na se Dr. Mamadou Boamah yanim guase aka no Dr. Mamadou Boamah Allah amuni na hwefom Professor Frimpong Boateng ya no ye minister ewo nanado amamuom akoye interview akasi sudua say ensasa yato aba ade ma Boamah was say Nanado ne Boamah Bomu because the so-called economists no near so when my economics. Nanado na didn't buy and Nanado echo. Yet the Ghana Boamah sa on to me yahe etiamia to abamano. Professor from Paul Boateng NPP ni mapa minim say ehoyanya 1 vote because prof onto mano ne yire onto ne ma omonto mama yenkotie professor from Paul Boateng na sama waka ne yem start na fe yem nkomo ye hwe professor
President Nana is a strong political leader, no doubt about that. And we had somebody who was supposed to be a strong economic leader. The two of them combined did not take us to where we wanted to go. Now the strong political leader is leaving the supposedly economic man alone.
But the NPP sold the vice president to the Ghanaian people as an economic maverick. And so if now you're saying that you can't even say that he's an economist.
No, I'm not saying that.
It's not coming out of your mouth.
No, I'm not saying that.
Then the NPP lied to the Ghanaian people about the vice president.
I don't know. No, what I'm saying is that we had a strong political leader, a strong economic person together managing things. And things didn't go well. Now the strong political leader is leaving. And only the other one will remain. So it's going to be more difficult.
Should the NPP be given another chance in government at this rate?
The NPP, but not in this present configuration.
Well, that's what we are taking into 2024.
No, I wish that there would be a chance because, see, look, to be honest with you, I cannot be on the same side as a supposedly de facto prime minister. I mean, we can't play. I can't be on the same team. So in that,
very good. And come on in. I feel trust and not just the issue one after the other. Professor from Boateng was here me and Oheneba Boamah. Sir Professor from Boateng, yes, Bomo teacher from Suase. Abekasa denchem ewa yenye ne chinye. Area say empanimfo say obi nim twumwa ane shrempa ahyeso. Obi anim twumwa ane shrempa ahyeso. Enti obi a owo busua ne mu bie no ona ekasa yi Chumwa ene srempase obinim nanka yenimu a anka yebehu se asema professor from Boateng waka no odi kapa na dwumadie ya yedie enkwada nso hwebi sabe so bi kase obi anim chumwa ene srempa ahia Chumwa ye sabi mprediasa. Me use the word right. Said ye be obi abeti ase. Yana na mu bu be chumwa no, omu use the word chumwa esan say. Ye ka chumwa eye sabi trumu. Na beba de ye friend chum. Ena ema de ye friend chumwa. Ena shrempa eye ema ajapade no akosue koma ne din pa ya ehya dakam ene shrempa enti empanimfo se obi anim twomwa ene shrempa ehyeso obi nim the relationship between Dr. Mahmoud Boamah na Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo so ti asam no a papa ikan ya Professor from Boateng say Nanado was a great political leader. And Boamah was a supposed economic messiah. Woman Ghana baby ayadro no, dia yehia and the economy, ekwanya befa so a ebesi ye. Yade Boamah ba say, woman Ghana economy enye ye, anamebwa. The reason why Nanado de Boamah breye no, and say Bawomia mesiesie Ghana economy. Emma emfa ne ntoma papa mfamfra. Mini anum Ghana fo. Ana me ne mo kasai. Dr. Mamadou Bawomia no a wo be hwema Ghana economy ayeye no. Bawomia is running away from Ghana's economic mess. Wabia yadene ba say, bra, beboa, Ghana sikasam, Ghana jatondiye, Ghana ye yo, behema ni ye no, ene woboswa na kwani dwane. That same guy. Anya kukudura kate Ghana for say. When you give him the nod, where you met, where your driver met, and Tibemani can meninchi. Ona Samuel Krum hey. Maybe some say, what all car? What the ama Oheneba Boamah Bennie? What says Sadia Mitri can when you home? Now me do sense in so bra pepe. And I do care free me some. And I do come a big Mike and the quadruple queno. So munchi. Big Mike ya drive any quadruple queno ye mate. O mochi kanwa kwa quadru baby. Driver na boka. Wasai kano. Adru baby a. Kanu ye friend medoma wuo. Ewu. Wo pesa uton kano. And the old driver no me sabe bi say, Papa, men ton kano fama me. Metri kano amwate oka. Kodwa pia kwenu dimrika ba say. Wanu dia wa driver mate. Wa bra mate ni ye hwe no so de kano ma driver ni no. Because ye be ya kano, ni anim say driver ni no wani subampa. Ya de kano ma no ebetumi akora. And wakofa mate beka ne ho. And the mate ni so ya driver mate ni ya de car ne man wo betumi atwene yie. Enti yam first ya ne ma no. No metri car. Baomia. Na we ya de stia mawa. Krati won. Wo be hunu katwi. Wo said da bia meka se. Seven preduasa. Bawomia ya man kramofu a wo krom ha. Ye nim wo mo a anka bawomia ya momanya dimone. Tiasema meka ni ye. Me say, enkremofo ya ne wo mte krom ha no. Se ye nim wo mo ne ye nim wo mo suban. Ane ye nim se de enkremofo wo krom ha te a. Anka bawomia baye. Amomanya nimo. Anya dimone. Ankomane ne se ankomane ni. Ankomane ne se. Abrantia ye friend Bawomia. Aye kremonia. Na nado danko akufu ado kofa wo say. Alaji beka me ho. Wodi aminim se woni economy. Woni economics. Why economics? E basika santo to ya woni beka me ho. Secret Bawomia nim nyina wodi hide. Papa kremo dia hide. E koduru so anu abeka kire se. Mumma mistia no. Na mo di stia ne mamia. Me wo mia me plan. Ya me di bebu o man no. Wa bra na nadu danko akufu ado so say. Wa man ne ba bia duru no agye ne nsam. Na nadu si agye ne nsam. There is nothing he can do. Akufu ado so man agye ne nsam. Want to be nya hwe ama Ghana ensesa. Na just se wo fofra woba and e wose ye twen no. Eti se Bawomia wonim sawo na wo bade a. Adan na nanado ka asem no na ka 1 year 4 months. Na ka 1 year 4 months. Want to me and fancy Ghana sikasem toto ye. You are still there. You call yourself the head of the economic management team. And you are telling Ghanaians say you should give you the steering. Not to us na trikano. Bemena yanko uwate. Wo so driver for the obebre okrom ha. What the lances da ben. Meti nia wo hunu ka twi. What the lances da ben ya de ka ma. Kwana ko peprage ya bi twi wate. kope pragia bitwi o political career no was started from assemblyman na kosua bra ba wo me be dan team podi obetre mu na achievement awaye na ene megwa ba wo me rough mama yentie ba wo me nuoma wose waye yenko ye fa no one after the other. Let's go.
First time the president, me a vice president, the president. And yes, sir. But me a vice president, no. My age mapa as vice president. But me the president. Asuma city with the president. Me the president. And yes, sir. But my age mapa. Because say you bear Ghana card no, yeah. Because say Ghana card no.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, Oka say obey Ghana card no, one year. Yetina me ka say ene me gwa Bawumia. Bawumia is a born liar, pathological liar. And you know, Bawumia don't also read. Bawumia kenkai. Ida say wakanya wantiasie. And I want kind cry. Can Bawumia tell Ghanaians say, oh no, the Ghana card buy? You are can't say obey a Ghana card in the 1 year. Obi a one Ghana have him say, President Kufuor, and the started so obey a Ghana card. Now be more try 1990s, 93 coming. Now be more at try be. But President Kufuor and was started you say obey a Ghana card. Wabra, Owura John Dramani Mahama Baye no. I am proving everything to you, and ya grobi na midi, and now me catch them say, I will prove to the whole world that Bawumia is a pathological liar. What eh? Babia Bawumia namno and sasi yaman kwada afaho. Anya sa wadin trobe sound. Owura John Mahama Baye no. Obia wa Oman penida da Kufuor Ghana card ni bia no. No nim say sa Ghana card ni any chip ewom. Eto Owura John Dramani Mahama na yen say. Yemfa chip. Biodata small chip and fan shaso. Na yentumi capture the data of the person no yemfa nguso. Because owo nuoma bebre bia wo person ye di gu Ghana card na so because ye were multiple cars. Ewo manimu. Enti President Mahama na yen say, si ya yen sa no a, sa multiple cars no, ebe free ho. Enti yemfa sa tape no, emfa nse card no so. Enti so obi kura card no a, ehu hia say, obe kuta cars bebre. Sa card baako no, ebe tumi akapta bibia. Enti President Mahama, eye emra. Na emranu awaye no. Me quote, I am not quoting directly from the law. But when a National Identification Authority ministerial briefing paper on the status of printing and issuance of the ECOWAS card, Ghana card, and 8 challenges. This was read in Parliament on the 14th day of July 2022. And no matter Sadia way at the core Parliament. 14th July 2022. And Ghana card. And that's NIA 4. Eko yeko ready way at the Chile Ghana 4. Now me person me ready a person. Ema who say Ghana card no. Ba omiana de baye. Ana obi. Ana ode baye. Me pamachao. Me quote from page 2. Now, page 2, no. I am reading this. At the no. Mandatory uses of the Ghana card. Mandatory uses of the Ghana card. Now, yeah, what say, Mr. Speaker? Section 2 out of 3 of the NIA enabling status The National Identification Authority Act 2006. Etina me catch am say card no President Kufuor na start here. So National Identification Act 2006 and no ye samra e de to ho. President Kufuor abaye President Mahama abaye LI at the wura mu at the camera ho. So Act 707 expressly provide that national identity card issued under this act shall, that's the 2006, shall be used in transaction which requires identification. The mandated transactions have been outlined in Regulation 7.1 of the National Identity Register Regulation 2012. That's LI 2111. Mumi Sani say, Kama President Mahama, Ayam Raway ade to her say, so big Pragana Kada, Yamfanya way in 2012. No, at the end of Bawumia Yafa, Bawumianfa Elaya, Wabayan Waya at the Kagana Kada. You also want to know Gana Kada on Famra. Nipam Yanu. And I am Ra at the Kagana card. President Kufuor, President Mahama. So Bawumia should come out and tell Ghanaians at the end why you say Ghana card now. Yeah, no. We are through for the door. Can you cry now? You man penny today. What a LI 2111. As some of me can be able to me a Google LI 2111 miensa but two bako yet 111 miensa LI 2111 but we Google ubenya mrano what say a 207 enwa mandatory uses of the national identity card. Owura John Mahama say se wo bia ye bema the Ghana card ni one no ayaye no de ade che pasemu no enuoma utumi de ye ana President Mahama obetri. Number one, was say a national identity card issued to be to an individual shall be used for the following transaction where identification is required. Was say obi biara yamano Ghana card and a yamano NIA card no juma de we and I want fenny. Number one, application for an issuance of a passport. Wasi wo bia yamanu NIA card no. National identity card no. Ya na ba wo miyane na master see your friend Ghana card no. Ana ECOWAS card no. Obi biara yaman sa card no. Okoye passport a e wose wode ko. Number two, application for an issuance of a driving license. Wo kwaje driver's license a wasa wo de ko enti ye wia automatically no wo driver's license no a link with your Ghana card enti se wo hia obi no se oje wo driver's license a wo de Ghana card man na wo swapo a e wo se wo details nyina no e begu so. The next one, opening of individual or personal bank accounts. Enti ye wa Ghana ha no obi a wo sa bank fo no kan say obi a me link with the Ghana card no with an account details. It's a no bank biya card ayaje a Ghana card. First in the voters ID, but a Ghana card. President Mahama and Wayemrano. The next one, purchase of insurance policies. What insurance biya or so the Ghana card and echo. Make what Tomediano, you may be trying Ghana card and I'm a buy and you issue. The next one, purchase, transfer, and registration of land by individuals or connected transaction subject to the provision of other enactment. And to be biara wako register sase, what as now register Ghana card. The next one, transaction pertaining to individuals in respect for pension. Or pension, I was so linked with Ghana card for it. The next one, transaction specified under the National Health Insurance Scheme. And the health insurance, I was so link your Ghana card to the health insurance card. Said you buy your hospital. Now with the Ghana card, the qua, yes, swapua, I was see who health insurance details, no, a woman. The next one, consumer credit transaction. The next one, registration of voters. And why no? And the ECA and address say, or Baba ye voters register for fro. Now when the Ghana card, yan register any. The next one, payment of taxes. The next one, registration of SIM card. And to Mahama no, Nemrano, and the Mami as low Sujina Swa, Wakasa will be a register the SIM card with Ghana card. The next one, application for public or government services facilities, approval, permission, or benefits. And any other transaction, which the authority may deem and publish in the Gazette. And the transaction bia, and I beka say, ya pesi exe kaho, ya pesi ese kaho no. Ghana card na biye kwane deda. Eti wo de say, wo beye. Okay. Why NIA4 wamra anase wan hyehyɛ a ana wan briefing na ɔde kɔ parliament on the 14th of July 2022. Afei, this is the State of the Nation address by President Akufo-Addo. You are the core parliament. What is Sadia way added by parliament on Tuesday, 27 February 2024. 2024 yano, 27 February. And another at the way at the core parliament. That was Tuesday. Me read the page 10. Mama yemi san another dan kwa Akufo-Addo say. Ghana card. Waba yan na wo ho. Ana say Ghana card. Ono na nado. Ani ba wo miyan no mo yeye. Page 10. The last paragraph. Was it indeed, Mr. Speaker? On coming into office 7 years ago, my government took the decision, as we promised, to modernize and formalize the economy through digitalization. In this regard, we embarked on one of the most far-reaching digitalization exercise in Africa. Up from the figure of 900,000, which we inherited. Or say, Oba no, na Ghana card no more registered nipa 900,000. And no more beto ya 900,000. The new face of the Ghana card no 900,000. And another king. So Muba beto ya say, Ura John Mahama I register. Etiba omia, Hifa. And now promise say yes, sir. What the Ghana card beba? Now what they buy? Hifa. Oh, so we are true. What say my expose you? What say we young company I won't the vice president? What say we are true for one can of cre? Now once the South Subanya or true for money who be kojam. Yet trouble me as so. Now young call. Yet here the second one may say, dear Yababo Biano, I will expose this guy today. Let's move. The achievement number 2. Young call achievement number 2. Young call.
Because you buy Ghana card no, ye. Because Ghana card no, ubetime afa free amonia, ubetime afa to coin aba Ghana no. Ya meka no ambaso. Because
hoye mo yan ha de bi. Was Ghana card no. O ka se so free amonia. O de beba Ghana no amaso. Mama yen hwa de bi. De bawomia ka no. Wo se bawomia ayen kontompo ninti no. De bia no o beautify asem no. Wo se mra ni mu no. The first law ya mra no. No was say. No was say. Application for an issuance of a passport. Was say so kwaye passport I was say we issue Ghana card. Etitie Sagana ni to kwan free Ghana ekwa manone. Na ofra brochire ho eba Ghana. Na sokura ne Ghana card. Due to say okwaje ne passport no, ne Ghana card eno de koye no. Everything I was so. Eti so dru ho na ye swap a. Ne details bia no ewo Ghana card ne so. Enti anya dem no anaba omia ye. Eka system no ho. Eti ba omia makadi oyeye. Wo kontompo ni suban. Oye mana yese ase waye bibi special. But it is not true. Ni nyina no eka owura John Mahama ho. Ya move to the next one also waye. Yanko the next one waye.
Amonia. Bet me afa to kwan abagana no. Ya meka no ambaso. Meka say ye de Ghana card number no eba nkola from birth. Omo hospital. Ambaso. Meka say me de digital property address eba Ghana. Ambaso.
So we search and trobium. Digital address system. Mama yankoni yankon hwese. Se baomia e the digital address system e di aba. Debia meka se ya Ghana ha ya address system ayanya no. Nipa e wose ye bona baso. Aye owura ni monyamfo Julius Debra. Time obey local government minister. Onu na de ba say se obi ma wo bi direction wo krom ha ya bradodo. Enti I was say ye street naming. Na ye capture ewo data so. Eto owura ni monyamfo Julius Debra and start street naming. Eto unam street bi so a. Obakwa kodru say. Pila bi si ho. Ya ye ayintienti abo ho blue one. Ni atro the street name at ya bosso. Owura Julius Debra na started ye. Ye wie ya no. Ano mu capture everything at the good data so. Etia no. Ena boa ya. Ema time Uber, Taxify, Nyango, ene na sefo ba no. Etumi operate ye. Enti asase GPS. Asase GPS. No mu operate na ye Google. I say Google a ye na wo ho. Enti obi a no use opeso ko bi no. Sa wo download asase GPS a na tumi de wo ko. Number 2, wo type Google. And I say bia for Google. Now we type say ebia me code this location a Google do be ko akwakwasi ho because ade owura nyumoyam for Julius Debra ye no. It was captured on the national data. And to be a person ye bibia no. And metumi agina so akreti app. Ni matundi din Okuman Grass app. Sa app no metumi agina ha. Na ma search na satellite na ma me say. Wogina house number say ye de be me because the street name no ni ya ye dada I capture every data. Enti ade na ba womia wo ye. Obi achievement, you are riding on it. Without giving credit to Owura Julius Debra was started, you know. Nkontompo be proud that. Wo akwawi. Nkontompo be kun that. Wo dia wo se won ka no kure wo wiase a wo. Mama yanko the next one achievement atoso. Yanko.
Because mobile money interoperability between money sika across mobile networks, across banks, sika mobile phones from abroad. Ambaso.
Mobile money interoperability. But when yanka sanaka yesay, oba ye no. No mobile money interoperability ewo ho. Na ya diama contract ewo NDC's era. Ya na Bank of Ghana eye hu adwuma. Na de mom ade obeto ye ne say na sika no was so huge but wom ye na kaye say mobile money interoperability na NDC diama contract yo mu ye hu adwuma na mom na osusu se sika ne so enti ye dan na ba wom ya wo na wo de baaye ade a wo beto se ewo ho wan kasa wo se na ewo ho wo beto ye Monhwehwɛ ma me mobile money interoperability. Bawomia. Eda honorable Erikopoku ba ha no ya bo sa video no. Mobile money interoperability. Bawomia so obetoye. Obeto se na sa system no ho. Wobeto se na system no ho. Enti ya de na bawomia se wono na ye ya. Ghana for mu ye o. Won se da bia me ka kire mo say otrofo ye mani ni wo manyanim. Bible say okan mebusem wose ade nsia ana ye nyame atiwade wose ade nsia ana ye nyame tan na ade nson ana eye nyame atiwade. Number 1 ani etre ni nton. Number 2 otrofo ade ye nyame tan ade ye nyame atiwade no de etosum ye no yobi otwantro yetosum ye no yobi otwantro and bawomia ayo trofo complete. Mobile money interoperability eba ne send dabai. When was the last time bawomia so one na ya adena Ghana for me etom na bia me tabisa say na wo mai we kura na yetim no kura na ya na de ne hayen ya ase akwa we wo twantro ne ye bonaba so wo trofo ne. What is wrong with us? Munyanya e wo hu munyaya ya muvu yansaka ye bebo mobile money interoperability me say bawomia kasa na tu na numtuo aka say oba ye no na mobile money interoperability ye ho na mom oba ye no na omo sign the contract with the Bank of Ghana na sika no so na sika no eso ana obesesa contract no enti mumi saba omia say ade a wo ba ya sign contract wo ho a nipa ne gusu a wo ye no. And new law abambia sesa abambia betumi aye renegotiation reason na say eya na yo madwen sese yante ase a ombetwa contract no mu eti yante ase mo na de omo ka no yanyemfa mo and that is it enti he fa na wo ye be me na sesa na ntro bekun yakwa the next one achievement
Ekasa Ghana card number beyo tax identification number ambaso ebeyo SNIT number ambaso ebeyo national
mo. This one I've already explained it. Me say emranimu it is SNIT ya no wom o SNIT o pension na owura Mahama kan no say o pension ebeye because yete hey the reason why yete sika eto ho SNIT ene say yetua se sika na to a yetua for that se me kwa homedie mu a Oheneba se mintumi nkasa bie mu a edian ena medi wabra maba kokora that's my pension eto owura John Mahama de se mu se obia se Ghana card no nsaka yemfanye wo pension number ena o maba se ye friend tin enti anya de foforo bia a change of name because this government they are so good in naming ceremony yentoaso
health insurance number ambaso because you be paperless sports yeah because you ultimate now phone so now what car insurance ambaso because
ya mo me part of points no wura mu a insurance any D number 1 2 3 4 the fourth one no Ghana card you to me the year no was say purchase of insurance policies any it is in it owura John Mahama de same say ye Ghana card no ma wa obetu dia stock insurance policy e wa it ye de no wa ye when some can say I am here to expose the guy because we are trofo. That's the reason why our can say so man Ghana card back one or jitum 10,000 interchanges no because who say owura John Mahama nhihye no a why de ato no obetum the Ghana card aye bibia etu who say a achievement awaye be me na oboa onye hwe yento aso
zip line drones ebeba edi medicines ne blood abagana. Mekaya no ambaso.
Was a zipline drone at the medicines at the any drugs at the bagana. Me patron the free Kuwait in Ebana. And no the free Jamaica ne bagana. When you're serious. And now me know kasa Ghana yendra kwa could report. Obia tonro de beche wo man no. Se ehia ye yemfa sa ho yade. Akufo ado se eduro na ye de che yen no. Taxes a ewo ho. Ye wose ye tua na nka wose wo yi ni free de be sa yade no. Akufo ado se nkrofo ne se wo munye sika mfa ntua ni nyina nti nro ni ngu ho na enspy ni ensesa nto ngupum. Owia no akato se what the zipline yaba e di nro ba Ghana me pato zipline no e de duro free Togo na de ba ha won. What the say makatre say entro bekun yanto aso.
Because no guarantor student loan with your Ghana card. Ebebaso, ambaso. Because one constituency, one ambulance, ambaso. Because agenda 111, ambaso. Because say you gold for oil, ambaso.
Say, okay, gold for oil. Say gold for oil we. Me wa who documentary emamo. Mo show say video way about gold for oil. Gold for oil. And a brand be a friend Alistair Matthias. Eba bontebe catch Ghana for ina say this Alistair Matthias. Now this guy eba bontebe can say sana na do dan kwaku for de ne ba wo mi adi gold for oil ne bae no. Wo mu wia ye gold no a. No mo di akọ Dubai. No makwa akoton. No mo koton wia. Na wo mati sika no. No mo di akọ kogu wo separate account um. Tie. Wo kai ya Ghana ya blacklist and tuntum first come free Ghana ha. Enfa nko ba bia. Na wo mo no still na no person mo wie sika edekọ. Enti president Akufo-Addo adwuma o ma ye ne say. Yemfa gold for oil mra. Na yemfa nwia gold. Yensesa sika no emfa nto gold. Ni yemfa nko. Yedru ho ani ya. Ni ate sika ni de akwakosie. Said ye be ya. Wo kire bi ni ye free government kra. Ye ho be ye de. And that is it. Assemble ba ye no metra ha ka say. Say president Akufo-Addo say. Say dream no Alistair Matthias waka no. Enye no kra. Wamra bonten eno. Eno mo mo tro letter koma Al Jazeera tru na santime de atuo. Sa Al Jazeera en retract. Ye Al Jazeera say. One retract na retract tena. Mo te say Akufo-Addo ka ho asem biem. Me ka chen say. Say wanya kromfo. You ane ba wamia ewia Ghana sika. Through God for oil. Omumfa Al Jazeera nkokot. What is here do ma kokot? Woma fa sebua konso wia Ghana sika. Enene this ba wamia nya kukudro. E ka te Ghana for say what the God for oil aba. Yenti documentary no. Abrante friend Alistair Matthias. Ebe kan enum asem. Alistair yanko.
Alistair Matthias is a gold trader. He designs money laundering schemes for African leaders.
Next door, Swaziland, the king is a close friend of mine. The Zambia president is a close friend of my friend. DRC Congo, the president has invited me several times there to come and build a refinery.
So these can help people like us to get the money clean.
Mr. Stanley leads the I-Unit undercover team. Reporters are posing as gangsters who need to launder $100 million in dirty cash from China.
The Ghana president is a good friend of mine. In fact, he was my lawyer. Like Cyril Ramaphosa here, I know my lawyer's kids. The Ghana president is a good friend of mine. In fact, he was my lawyer. Like Cyril Ramaphosa here, I know.
Alistair Matthias is a gold trader. He designs money laundering schemes for African leaders.
Next door, Swaziland, the king is a close friend of mine. The Zambia president is a close friend of my friend. DRC Congo, the president has invited me several times there to come and build a refinery.
So these can help people like us to.
What can say president, Ghana president, and a lawyer? It is a good dream no krano wodi no. Na na do na ye ne lawyer. Mini anom he ma men kasa mo nkyerem say. San krofo wi. Wo ma ma som be boa Ghana batom ba som be bokro no. Won be hwia o mani sika na o me de yakọ. ene ba wo mienya kukuduro ne nam Ghana keka de ope asif saja maybe your man yatama no. Mr. Man, let me tell you something. I don't have any problem with you personally, but one trono is becoming unbecoming. But be obenya jine biano I was say utwa ntro na sa entro twa bebrebe we ba womia emwawo wo said ye alasi gu wani ase wo masaleti wo wo said ye alasi gu wani ase wo bu nkotodwe bram no atiahe. I am telling you say usuban omaina brewo. You can't be a president in this country. Yen to me more be your chantro any president. And somehow we can yen nada baku kren where yen krewum. I believe say we are watching say obesasa e free and throw one. Ebebo. Star 274 hash. Select number 1. Power SYZ. Maybe 1,000 Ghana CCR. It is star 274 hash. We select number 1. Power SYZ. No abawrem. Chadu do be able to me. Opecha 100 Ghana. Opecha 20 Ghana. Opecha 30 Ghana. Chadu do be a. We subedi 1,000 Ghana CCA. Minia. Sika huwa ya ding. Ankrofo enjoy. Anybody umiane ni domo. Yeti brabe bowram. Star 274 hash. Mensaka. Mibe chame diye. Yeti usu bowram ne chawo diye. Star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Now select the number 1. Power SYZ. Power SYZ. Power SYZ. President Akufo-Addo terminate appointment of Dr. John Ofori Tenkrine as Director General for Senate. He is being given 3 months' salary in lieu as Osafma for Science take over. Seseno Osafma Fubano and we're taking over as the Director General for Senate. Papa Tenkrine Yapamono. Wow. Okay, me call Dr. Solomon ho. Star 274 hash. Select number 1. Power SYZ. Asafma of Rebecca Ghana for say Jumani ha. Or see a unipenny beadi. And then the banner a penny was in it. Wow. Young Combra, Dr. Solomon. Honorable Adam Agbana is here. Yadeno ever bedin komo and 1 MP bako. And then you were a lot of unkomodi stretch in the womb. You bedin komate. And ya kwabe isi and yabetrase. Na ya champion komono. Yabesia.
Yo, me that's me renesu yesesha. The kwasem se eni ye hwade bako pa. First pananka Eden so be hu akra 19 years, 20 years. No compensate be se be one ndofo hia. Enche na ehwiagu. Na akra 20, 22, 23 years old lady. Was se oni afini na atenka. E man husband na se di krona se di partner. Na nka Eden. Adnan se di atese. Esan se bibi koso a ye nka se nhye nso na se ya dwene maaso. Ye nhya se free se be mema no. No kwasem pa ne se first papa no be hye on se na nka mo de start friend Benjamin bre no. Ha. Start obe ma me ne papa no kra no na bia be 15. On ani kra hu ne mene so no na be 20. It won hye mo me kra no be 28 30. And so ntesa ye no hu ye hye game na sentem. On se ye no si abese JSS star won se 13 years na sha se warm up practice ne ye ka hwe me gata no ho me dua na se ye pon bia ye nche ho esumo kona ho no ye ka hwe ka hwe dada. It ye hye game na se be 15 years a en ka ba itimo call 30 no ye say ke call 30 be cha se 15 years papa no so sha se 30 and at the age of 30 na me medu no ma bo game that na bo game no sa be say 15 years ye tie say sabi ye mema no bonisi ye hwe mode of action no ye de ne by sight ade de ani hu no. It was the Adam who Eve no. Was it Adam? Was it Eve? Why are you looking at me like that? Was Eve? Let me see. Eve tells Eve, you have orange, you are vibrating. Move up and down. Mine is flat. Oh, I know. Eve, turn again. It the back of the floats. That's what I say. And who Adam who was when me dumpem no why energy honam no to this oba yeah the same mechanism they go through. It's any bo any me sighting and me de no me can say be bo fruit me when him na chire no and now we film baby pie and tan chef and Zigmoint e ye wonan kokom na information na pick it and then was the me who the say be transmit na kwa adwenem I just there be me information man dey friend o heart ras wakoma no other say akoma emoja wo pompe no me for the friend genital veins no sab any ntin e waya de no ho no mo ne moja fam na sorry enti ye de no ade bia be impede ana say fi bi ko hyem ana ade be impede the flow blood say go to genital veins no na ma erection be pora the ten say ye de ade na bo adwuma be 15 years on say car adwuma change oil but what do fi ko hyem combustion ade na air course mechanism and generate a lot of these things man yes can change oil the same mechanism a sense the we are ye bo game on say sometimes ya na heat no on say ye na ye ntan home no on say one aye him na genital veins so I say pipe ye de water hose a sha na de horoka once o home command sabe e overheated that e mutumi kasi say nko na blood flow na periphery eba sabon sa free for blood na ye nya more na blood na hit or na quantity na agglutination of blood no na afi bonds one ketenkete e genital veins no eba sa sepon sa free flow na nya no nya na sebiem eba sa moja na se radical ema erection ekwa ekopim BBC agban. Where shall we go, back or front, left or right? More na sabon sa fe no pressure na moja pressure se radical no nya na sa eba sabon sa ade no na esiku e peja se peja ase misa hoyin e peja kumsen no e si hon matim kaja yo na besene e basa na afi no de sexual weakness though we are young de e sa how na eba when tin e dura ye fe na Zipman herbal capsules ye body man say pan wo better than e wo dwa so be more 25 years wo say game na 7 de 10 14 15 no se so the adna bo game na che e de be se ka be shade ma se na ananti no ama na nse free for blood na se rush fam no enya ne sa enti e kwa bon se se na e kwa no Zipman say e one of the supplements aboni say e fe the washer say the pabetia say enti bi man say e be wash entinim ama genital veins ma da ho enti moja ne fam se ho na e wo so na say e collapse say say e wa na pagya na ka to mo e ba say say are ready Zipman say owi onwe exactly one of the alkaloids of boni say in property and answer the function you find strengthener this say the pabetia say ye bi monti no the man say e ma di intim ya den e gina so che uwi onwe e sama stamina ade anka 15 minutes and 5 minutes no wo so share for 5 minutes no e dey akọ 25 minutes amount o bra home utimi ko one break wom woni bo ade no so asa tanya hanwa na asa atapeja na asa ka on se ka ya na first year no e ya nwi e bas kanji na nwi na achesa atom ti mo na eko bonkum eko nifa eko soro eko fom no na emfimfi ye fe no ogona properties mo na eba na oba na etinka na de anigye mapa eba ene ye fe no na chese oba so eye site na so nyame anigye na bo pe no sebe eye both ends nya wonkwa na eko busu biom no se ye mema na biom de ntia ma youth no ye weekend say on sebe ye generation ye adventurous me kan say ye nya tetia SS attract ntin hwe nya kese a ye peslem e na onya fair so try dark we na the chokita beka ho hwe combination nya akwa 7 you say okasala me e kwa bat agata ho no bo so do pendrive na kwati virus ubonse nanse wonso no ubonse be ma bonse wade no femfem ana pawo gu nsuo na ya ohu ya bonse ensuo mebre fede na no ba ho ma na sensan kitinkiti bi asese bi nkrodwi na aba ho more na eba ho say a signs of early male candidate infection I say early male candidiasis the friend member white no e bia o 99 no wa dina maso etu tabos wa den air fast na say etwintwam you say sa how no say basa nhwa de bi wa ha the ultimate function say be ma no ba hia en say nyinse beba ye nhwa de bi wa ha ade bi friend you try say ade we and say ya ade ni and say be pipe no inside no e ho na say be urine efa e ho na sabe sperms na ase de baba no e ho na sa ade na akote ye nsuo na e ba no so enam e na sensos more na e na che no na ne texture na pinam no e ye ne sperm na bebe no ho de bi obos ade ni page ya wo de correct pedals afa ni a she game na se 2 minutes mai enso nsuo bi free e soro oba Sebe Mr. Spam there is a hold on. You won't hear me no best nickel. Say the Pediana pickers, Jama spam see a pa. No one pickers say young Kunzu and answer one's water, or pickers say Kimedia, and I say blood from Moja FM who hold on won't hear me. Na Mr. Spam best nickel. Ebasa, and my condition friend pre-penetration ejaculation. As Jen say, a page would they be called a young call, she out the Shibuya. Ebasa just a 2 days time. I saw somebody twinkle. Yes, MP. Any concept, and yes, Bema wants a drew a bassa, a someone a bahon, a dread for the solak, a bameshaw. A babble a clear sunny man. A is henching a free. Never a boy saw infection in the floor. Now we see a now the zipman, a back up to the council up, and mamma. Now for ban at it. Make can say the Sebi, and your moncoa, and then your young ladies almost so many atinka. I told you no think away. We say 17 can on assume na sebi ya tafetaf na assume ozabi am say ni ho I am side na afemi ya touch you am certain can be say me she me name sister aden yenya oden ye your name na say e che certain can atiko na most of the time the ba say oba say wonye the friend candida infection na say wo dey po ba himfio obo say won so sebi watin can e ti akọ ye mechanism no sebi ura ahimfie entrance nia Be 80 for entrance of Bahano. I said first probably was a bar. During 4 plane vibrating a combone nifa front back vibration. To bones more libido cells I just sent to it. Not said they insure Kakaba, now lubricating or come said be a pin biamo. Yet say all day pona insure goo. Campaign ebaho. Amanan some menstrual days for sense. Sense one neban the inside a cover sense away sab way. It was all touching bonkuma. Esanka peke na signal ko na atenka ne ba ubons because say sa Canada abicans na lactic acid nsuo I so why say be chewing gum na say what the cassava starch nsuo atenkom akoba sa sensa no am peke signal say apa bon say e dry away bon say signal natiko esa ye bresa ye nwe nyina ye prepara eni kwase basa ye say e dry fa ne solar ka ba ma show ba ho ma one e be clear Canada abicans o dey po ano we are actually super nefri ho now wash sa sense away no amayen it was all so aha I can feel it is here e boss say maniema moye mrema yen na yen so ba ebanije mapan edeba ye say solar ka ba mesha ye body mane say asotwan oba be mo watenka na atia aba na esiesie ho ne basi apabon se ba yaka ho e basa to sign check ni oh doc e ba cha na one my check says me time be am so check no a date be hwan won say why confused and say what jane buy no wa mo date sa na say ba sa bon say chop money ni yetu ye so la ke ba mesha ye body money say aso twan kwasi bia fa nkobo ya di hu nyina from sisi ni nkobo me MTN no e 0245 61 6028 0245 616028 and that's Airtel no so 0261 Airtel no beam 0261 736263 0261 736263 kai says Zipman e back capsules o se panyan wo ti dene sesia ye twen o
Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary. So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting. They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have yourself.
How far we've come these past 30 years. Welcome to Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center, an award-winning and well-established health facility specializing in treating prostate-related diseases, male and female infertility, sexual weakness, erectile dysfunction, and a range of health concerns. Our state-of-the-art laboratories and equipment offer services such as digital X-ray, mammogram, 4D ultrasound, a fluoroscopy machine, and more. We have a well-stocked dispensary of herbal medicines, and not forgetting our fully equipped dental clinic where we perform excellent dental procedures. As we celebrate 30 years of serving our community with care and compassion, our team of experienced doctors, nurses, and staff will continue to support you on your journey to wellness. Thank you, Ghana, for entrusting us with your health. Here's to Medimosis Clinic. Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center, your partner in health, now and for the years to come.
Very good. Star 274 hash, star 274 hash. Na select number 1. Koso empenimfo aye krado ewo ha. Ye ne wo mo eba bedi enkomoi ene. Na ye tumi hu issues ahodo ya ewo edwam ene ube fili papa Madi Jibril mechiao nyame onka ho ene ye ne menua bema edem agbana honorable no junior honorable now one when kra wi because I won't put the send the here no say obe won primaries no wunya area bonsam bia tumi mfa ne ntaba mebom bi enti edam ti we ye to aba no ope obekọ ope onko de okoya no say okoha election no say de he na eba na JM de no ya kan pepepe ama de unya no atumi aba oha that's K2 North parliamentary candidate ana ye wo Ewrata Isa ono so NDC parliamentary candidate Edema Sanarigu ono so ewa ha ye no mo asia penefo ya mo nyina kwaba
that's it na so
okay yes you come on ase emfam free ye issues ye de atoto ho ya ye bo ho enkomo ene ye topics no edoso but all the same no ye be treated ye ayi ewo mo no. Now, you started from me fan say the new changes no aban yenka brief na fe ye move to agribusiness and the cost of a osaf mafo ne ba no bosompem that's we ne Kofi bosompem osaf mafo taking over as the director general of SNIT. Now ye go so ayeka say na obi frame say ejapade document no page 6 wo mu ayatro say ombema Kofi bosompem osaf mafo I take you over as the Director General of SNIT. Ampa so and shehe ampa under EcoBank. Inti eno what is going on? The amount for say about the manwa and a dibu man. Eno kre.
Well, I mean, chair, yeah, more mushe na especially to not na in our platform we are down massive. And say, every time NDC elected me as parliamentary candidate in the constituency. So, any support the mama, no, yeah, very encouraging. Now, Uka say, a safe seat for the NDC. But to me, I can say, we are confident, but we are complete. Okay. That's why you Juma. Your target are young because I set for the election. Say your two baby say NDC benya nothing less than 85% of no. That is the focus. And nona the year Juma we are on the road working so hard. As our 85% target now was based on research.
Okay.
Political research. I can report to you, sir, we are doing even better than the targets now.
Oh, okay.
Just set it up. So if elections are held in K2 North today, NDC will garner over 85% of the votes.
Wow.
Now, we revise the target going into December 2024. Into my opportunity. Even though think it's been a while I'm about show no so no. I can confidently report say I watch you and my people love you. We appreciate all that you are doing. And ne uba Ghana journalism and now media space there were few journalists there were few journalists they have not compromised themselves. There were few journalists they speak to the issues as it ought to be. Now you can't now say county side journalists now we are one of the fewer. You stand by the truth, you stand by the people, and you are speaking truth to power into your that's to say. Going into the discussion, besides issue about appointment now, a CEO or Smith.
Yeah, select, yeah.
With him. Since 2017, in Ghana, we have experienced mismanagement, corruption, that family and friends governance to the extent say there is no appointment ebe me one and say ebe surprise me and ebe shock Ghanaians.
Wow.
The president to me appoint on one yemba. If president can appoint on one bar, there is nothing else that will surprise you in governance any longer. As I say in Ghana, because these people have shown us clearly say, they are here to work for themselves and their family. And that is what they are doing. It's a surprise. Number 2, that document I have friend with Japadia document we. Document ne buy. Oman deny so this is an NDC manipulated document. NDC phone amutina say omuye say. A document it qualifies to be a prophetic document. As I say, everything written in this document, you are talking about only
page 6.
Echo Bank, what I say. But even religion and chieftaincy, most of the places are your chieftaincy issues. It is being forwarded by the MPP.
Wow.
Then you know what this document move. Now who the way omu descending on particular chiefs omu kanu those that speak true to power.
Yeah.
Everything that document when from how they will take over the various financial institutions, how they will ensure say the monopolizing those financial sector so that only their people is in this document and it is coming to pass. The surprise. This is okay. Me surprise say Osafoma Foba I take you over, which is what they have written in this document
page 6. In
page 6.
Yeah.
Document a leaky year before the 2020 elections. Okay. And exactly what they are doing. It's me surprise. Marunim. To conclude on this appointment matter no. See no akabe 7 months. We have experienced the worst of Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia. Alhaji Bawumia. We have seen his worst. Now you name what they are capable of doing and what they have done. But assurance I may person yemma Ghana for say. As for the lamentations about omu misgovernance, omu corruption, omu stealing, dishonesty, any family and friends governance on the yaka 7 years near.
Yeah.
I got 7 months to go into the elections. The elections of December 7, 2024, a year, one more opportunity for Ghana to miscorrect, to correct and rewrite their history. When you say the first independence was 7th March 1957.
Yeah.
But the second independence as a country, the election now, on the
7th of December.
Because before we Ghana boss to say your family property, the stealing, the naked free, if you will not get any appointment, and I will have opportunity to say who will contribute to your friend is saying or mind Ghana the growth. Now all of these things, a war. Everything that has a beginning has an end.
Sure.
all of these things now cost for the past 7 going into the 8th year no it has an end, and that end no January 7th 2025.
Thank you.
President John Dramani Mahama Beba now Oba who set this country back on factory reset. Now you start TBO and rebuild this country because the Krofona also idea. They have shown us that they came to steal, to destroy, and allocate the national cake to themselves alone.
Yeah, right, tell you, sir. President Akufo-Addo ameki new appointment. What is it?
Let me say, in fact, on Tuesdays, I leave my tree in the house. So I will disturb your program.
No problem.
In a bit. So let me say a good evening to our viewers and listeners across the country, and Ramadan Mubarak to all Muslims and to the good people of Sanarbo. In fact, for me, I associate myself entirely with the discussion that my brother has said so far, and I had said it in your studio the last time, that the MPP is on a mission for a state capture. There is no single sector in Ghana that they do not have interest in. The gentleman you've mentioned was appointed in 2017.
Sure.
Despite several criticisms, protests against the appointment. Because we all know that appointments such as that, even in audit, we have what we call familiarity threats. Due to familiar relationship you have with people, appointing them into such sensitive position. At the time of his appointment, his father was also the senior minister. So people raise questions about potential conflict of interest, not knowing that this appointment was just a step towards the finalization of a state capture as contained in the document. So for me, this is simply like walking the talk or playing the script. If you watch Things Fall Apart, where you read the book and you watch the movie, it's just playing what has been written. So for MPP, every sector, they have an interest to capture. And like my brother said, Ghanaians should not be despaired. There is an opportunity for Ghanaians once again, to set the country on its right footing. And for me, I know December 7th is just around the corner by the grace of Almighty. And Ghanaians will be given an opportunity to vote out this incompetent government. I said it the last time that the future of this country is threatened by the continuous stay of the MPP in government. All the indicators that any healthy economy should possess is in a backward trend, except the personal pockets of the individuals. The government has a priority of enriching individuals at the detriment of the state. It is a collective duty for every citizen of this country to rally behind the NGC to secure the destiny of this country. Look, I met a friend who said he is a Jehovah's Witness, that they do not participate in
election.
voting.
Yeah.
But for the first time, he said that the Christ that they serve did not come to put us into difficulty and distress, but to remove us from pain and agony and to secure a sustainable path for salvation. Is that not it?
Yes.
So what is relevant to be ruled by tyrants, to be ruled by wicked and deceptive people? What is his benefit to the religion? So for the first time, he said it's a solemn duty as a citizen of this country to air his grievances by voting out this government. And for Vice President Boamah, the least said about him, the better, because once Ghanaians make a mistake and reward Dr. Boamah, the president of this country, it's a continuation of making sure that this document is manifest fully. So for me, in order to make sure that their plan script does not lead to its final fruition, we must, as a collective, resist all attempts to impose a person on us as citizens as the president of this country. So I am not surprised, like he said, nothing is impossible under the MPP government. Okay. Whatever we thought will not happen. In fact, when they first came to office, we knew that governors of Bank of Ghana has a secure tenure. They removed, in fact, they threatened and forced him to resign. We knew that electoral commissioners have secure tenure. What did we see? They removed her. We knew that auditor generals and what's the name? Special prosecutors have stipulated mandates, yet they were overthrown. What pleases this government is just to go on its spree of capturing this state for themselves. And for me, our youth commander said, I still refer to him as a youth commander, not only as a parliamentary candidate. The destiny of this country rests on us. We still have, if age determines how long you live, he and I and most of the citizens of this country, because Ghana is becoming a youthful population, if age is to go by, we still have over 40 years to live or more. What legacy are our leaders leaving behind for the future generation? And we will not stop, and that is why I joined on his call to say that Sanargo constituency too is rewarding President Mahama and the NDC over 85% and more. Thank you.
That's it. Yeah, that's so ewomu. Na ye din komo. Okay.
I just saw him Francis Carlton. Young lady na MP war. Somewhere in the Ashanti.
Yeah. Dr. Koku Atenbano. Aye. Angel Papa no
Angel Papa. O ko bi man as on ko bi.
Ono em so on ko bi mu.
Na den na one primaries.
On ko bi mu.
Na den na one contested primaries.
I don't know. Page
30 of a Japadia document. Francis Carlton must be axed from parliament, meaning he must be sacked from parliament, as in removed. And to your machination is Mr. Document, no. Your machination is lady in his own cobium. Now, no, they even wrote and predicted back then, say, the presiding member of Fabre is George Oponsun to be a lawyer, or any other well-known Akufo-Addo supporter must be assisted to take over the seat by hook or crook.
What?
That document we had 2020.
Yeah.
How did the writers of the document know say
2024 no? Or
all of these things were in the plan. Make sure say everything in this document is nothing but the truth. Oh, judiciary there were baby. It's me and me say who can we are. You see, there are many other things in the document, but well, anyway, it should be a while.
I wish the document can be made public so that every citizen will have access to this type of document.
A public document, but I'm dreaming in Ababe say, also a Tom Rebi now transiting now the way a see a conwa, a now doubt to Kakras. Because I say, a pepe manua, yeah, this is Sabino, and I don't know, okay. Yeah, the other side, and also now, you read them, you sign and share other issues on your government, and they said, ye in Woma isi echo. Abani me no, utie video ya na me boya. But when me say, we a driver ni, now we a mate, no, no, dear one year driver, but to be a who dear warrior. Ghana's economy, ne recovery, but when me say a man mandate, no, no bar. Or no other plans or the best share. I'm an ye. Ura John Dramani Mahaman so say and famano. No so ever share man ye. Now, a friend of me, you know, yenina he, na yen to say wine, and what the strength, capacity no bet me, ama economy no ejinasumi.
Maybe I make some way say every election, a verdict on the performance of the government.
Okay.
Every election. A verdict on the performance of the government. Inti the sign about a leader no so kobium krana depending on in performance no. Say omubetu abama nipa ono or support and not unsupport you know. It all depends on normal performance. From 2017, we have seen a large Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Sure.
As head of economic management team. Now, before Obe vice president, to be sincere, as running mate, Bujumapa, every corner, oh economy, oh kobebia economy, oh kobe economy, or economy, de bia economy. And yenny na abe accept say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, economic whiskey. The
wife kind.
The wife kind. You accept here because they be about economy. No what solutions. And Nipa examine now to me bisa 170 questions on economy alone. That's a Nipan Ubia this on now way. Now 2017, Omubaye, who say President Mahama left a robust economy for them. Sir. Okay. Who producers Omunko day now President Mahama. What open and our launching Accra Digital Center no.
Sure.
Go and look for that speech. That program was, I think, 2nd or 3rd November 2016. The night before that speech, the Economic Intelligence Unit, the EIU, are almost predicting elections. Any issues about the economy, almost making a very profound report. I almost debate out. That report, almost predicted, say, John Mahama and the NDC, almost lose the election. 2016. But in the same report now, I predicted the defeat of John Mahama and the NDC. Omu reports and Omu predicts regardless of whoever takes over the management of the economy will grow by over 8%. Because our report
Wow.
Because then Omu to me predicts growth over 8% because of investments President Mahama and the NDC. Now why? It's based on that investment of 2015-2016, especially into the oil sector. The first year looked good. The figures, indicators, are very good. Meanwhile, even if it were Ecuador, and CPP, PNC, and Mutina Swa, based on Mohammed's legacy, the economy would have seen that level of growth.
Wow.
But Dr. Baumia Jia Bosso said, no, yeah, the magic wand, or no, now what the economic policies be by ya, yenya growth no.
Yeah.
I almost say we have a solid team. Our Safuma Fokacher say, Dr. Baumia, a versatile chairman. Sometimes Obama meeting how assist or your secretary. Sometimes or your member. Sometimes or your say because he's such a dynamic member of the team. Omuka we na Omuka vice president or Nodi. Or Nodi. Obia or Bonitum. Oh, wajatum say, Onu na oye the person that manage the economy. From 2018, 2019, at the end I started say no. See, I feel elections, I would say you were nothing but just a mate. You were also your mate.
That's why a driver mate.
Now also your mate who need control and who need control of the economy. Now some analogy no. I mean why Ghanaians must reject Alhaji Baumia.
Okay.
Now who your mate? And then who call stations? Say you
yeah.
Say come Madina stations see as say kope Madina car. Why na Ubertin is oka Madina. Anya mate.
Hey mate.
Inti enu chese mate na ocho direct anya sa.
Mo.
Na ukotina Madina car mu a. Driver no dey who call Dansoman. Na mate na ka chese afa mudru e bia odoko say o dey twen do Dansoman na magic can na me dey wa ko Madina.
Anya possible.
That's a reckless mate. I would that me. Say Uber, you will transform the economy in 18 months. Uber, you will not borrow to develop this country.
Yeah.
Now Uber, the concrete roads, back China, Uber making sure say, yeah, war, China hydro project, need A, B, C, and D. What can you be? Say now you were leading the economy. After you say, you wait, e-levy, tax on betting. Say ni say ne Champions League matches. You see me by now we Champions League matches. Boys ni be o match trust say we need bet. Now we need better. Who can withdraw 10%? Akufado ni Baumia. Hey, who that's who your vice president, chairman of economic management team. And now can say the chain. That may back 2025. Now my baby is tax na free. What kind of warped logic is this? No, you see sometimes I didn't be why you fool because you ask yourself, say, are they not respecting the intelligence of Ghanaians?
Maybe I don't say
you know your program we so. We host of the program.
Yeah.
Me ya de bia onim sa de ni nye. Ba wo si twen me be station manager. Na wa be retract it. Does it make sense?
No.
But in way they look at us as oh yeah dear when they throw anything in the public no. Yeah they beji. So onim be happy say. No me we nyina akoso. Yeah by economic management and a management of the economy.
Yeah.
The man with the better records is there. And that is John Dramani Mahama. Now all your head of the economic management team. Ghana recorded single-digit inflation for the longest time ever in the history of this country. Sometimes, Oheneba, one of me pain, say, yeah, NDC communicators, yeah, NDC forum, we don't project John Mahama the way we have to project him. Sometimes, I say all of us, let's accept, say, Papa now your head of economic management team, they recorded the single-digit inflation for the longest time period in the history of this country. Sometimes, some of our people, we don't say some of these things. Now, Papa now, what the economy under Onu as head of economic management team, Ghana's economy was the fastest growing in the world.
Yeah.
That is the record. Papa now, what Ghana's economy as head of economic management team, as vice president of the republic, in terms of borrowing, they borrowed less. I see all the projects. And John Mahama, 20 records, infrastructure, social interventions, every other sphere, agriculture and all of that.
Yeah.
Records ni na da ho plain say John Dramani Mahama is a better manager of the economy than Dr. Boamah and anyone in the NPP. But because John Mahama only economist, inti time now mu project the empty barrel say your economic whiskey no. We were not even, we were not singing the chorus the way we ought to have done. Now, records in Nada who manage the economy better. And then you can say one of the things as economists. When say I have a background in economic and economic policy management. Now one of the things
feel the money.
One of the things I use it as key indicators for a developing country, a debt to GDP ratio.
Okay.
Debt to GDP ratio. A car. Who are now say let's say you are owing. Now debt as against what you are producing.
Okay.
With debt as against total gross domestic products.
Me told me BBR, me see can walk. And to me can one.
When who car, who fear, who phones, who BBR.
Sure.
And this car, who as against ABR, Wako Bobo Sian baby. It will be striking the percentage.
Okay.
Under John Mahama and the NDC, omu year rebase no. Now you 56%. You see, what it means, I say, 56% of Ghana's GDP no. Now you debt.
Okay.
56%. Hey, 2016, Dr. Boamah says 56% no. And which says the economy is not sustainable. Omu lectures. Even President Akufo-Addo himself as candidate Akufo-Addo. The debate, IEA debate, okay, say, when you have an economy where your debt to GDP ratio is over 50%, no, it means it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Based on that, you have mismanaged the economy. We should have a change. By now, debt to GDP ratio.
Yes,
I said 100.
Are we sure?
Oh, debt to GDP ratio is in 104%. And which I say, every other thing, all that we are producing, no, so will not be able to pay the amount of money we are owing as debts.
Me no ka say nyina no me guso a me hwe ade bi but
debt to GDP ratio.
Dr. Mahmoud Boamah say debt to GDP ratio. The spita ton no koye no wo
give me the figures.
Was say 76%.
Now 76 ben.
Was say debt to GDP 76. I kwajo for Dr. Mahmoud Boamah spita ton no.
Now no ABR.
No, there is. Okay, you go ahead.
ABR economy now no all manage and all can want some Ghana's economy. Because it can't be. For sure IMF figures, for sure World Bank figures, And all the internal rating agencies ni nyina no rating as see our economy no abeda junk status. They say we economy our junk status what you say?
Some minimum junkie.
And do the
for krom ne yase obi a junkie.
Very good.
We the tebia it's junker. So now the junkie now.
Very good. Junk status. So our economy is in junk status. What it means is no hope. Economy no there. It has collapsed. But managing is bad for the IMF intervention. And Ghana's economy would have collapsed. And then the inflation under John Dramani Mahama, apart from the fact say we recorded a single-digit inflation for the longest time period, that is 6 good months. Apart from that, no, from 2015 through to 2016, no, at the time I hand over, the inflation rate now a downward trend.
But the debt to GDP no now can. The truth of the matter, no, say President Akufo-Addo
Ankasa able to mention it.
President Akufo-Addo Ankasa de wan kan wasem kra.
Me say
na ba
for the first time omuko can even budget in parliament.
Yeah.
The finance minister, the former one, he was hiding it.
But omi ade no de okan wo mu say 76%. I believe say
I want to see
omo de book no brem Big Mike Kata Kojo say what shall can a polity bag in a honor. Polity bag in a sick no man is shame when you sabu could
no, so what happened? You see, it was 104% projected.
Okay.
However, you know,
that was 104% before going to IMF.
Good. So you know what now happened? Through the ESLA PLC, the debt restructuring that they did.
Okay.
133 billion Ghana cedis was cut off. So you heard of the Dachi bonds and the pensioners and all those who invested in government short-term security.
Sure.
Their money's worth 133 billion cedis was cut off and pushed further. Whilst interest were not paid on a lot of them, and it came down significantly. Great. That's why the rate came down.
I was say 76. But that area.
Sometimes the professor give you out very simple analogies. Until about what say. Abebo me bobo sia.
O dia men no come am do kan. What is family?
Oheneba. Wo dey make 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Mo
1,000 cedis. Na che so for sekana wa ba say oh
me ho akere me.
Wo ho akere enti 1,000 na wo dey make no.
Yeah.
Betua wo betu me tua ebia only 300 cedis.
Okay.
Enti me 700 cedis need there. Say Ashe sikana ashe. It is see a Uber reporter who say only 300 Ghana cedis, which means you are not being truthful.
I know correct.
What you say? Kase Midika 1,000 Ghana cedis, but Midika 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Me want me because of that. No, me use it takashi.
Yes.
Me use it by force. Me catch Adam say. Instead of 1,000 cedis, no, only 300 Ghana cedis. That is what I can provide. And you can arrangement. It is in the next 5 years. And you can start almost the first year with zero interest and all of that.
Okay, I believe so. I've seen it here. Well, see, the good news is that the data shows that the Ghana economy is recovering from the crisis we faced.
Recovering from what?
Inflation has declined from 54 in January to 23 in December 2023. Economic growth is rebounding. Spending is under control, with the fiscal deficit as a percentage of GDP has declined from 10.8 in 2020 to 4.2 in 2023. The debt to GDP ratio, after increasing from 61%, 61.2 in 2019 to 76.6 in 2021, has declined to 66.4 in 2023. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Now, that's say, always on the lecture, no say you dispute. Okay, say, always you know you dispute figures, including this one. because I feel say it only depreciated by 9% and all of that. Now, at the end of the year, 56%, most say it means the economy was being mismanaged. Now, over 50%, the economy is sustainable. Sometimes,
but I did about 104%. One state
in 2021 has declined to 66.4 in 2023. Abra at the time and now my lecture now was a friend is 2024.
That's a year 2024
7th February 2024. It exceeded 100%. I record no IMF no record. At the end of the day, to conclude, in terms of the management of the economy, every indicator, and I'm saying this on authority, every indicator, every indication, every sector of the economy, John Dramani Mahama has performed better. So we'll be what count. The friend is saying counterfactor. I am ready. Say me to airtime our network. So then let's go into each and every one. But to conclude, Oheneba, little growth now. Omunya under them. Do you know what accounts for the growth?
No.
The oil sector.
What's that?
We oil sector free where most of the sectors are more recording negative growth. That is what they are not telling you.
On GDP growth, it is worth nothing that between 2013 to 2016, Ghana's GDP growth average, that's 3.9. During our first term, 2017 to 2020, GDP growth increased to an average of 5.3.
And now make sure say this was based on John Dramani Mahama's investment in the oil sector. Only I didn't hear simple. President Mahama met only one oil field. Before Obekono, we invested or increasing it to 3.
Yeah.
Or I did 10 fields, any Sankofa fields.
Yeah.
Into under NDC, now 90,000 barrels of crude a day. Under MPP, due to the 2 new oil fields, 200,000 barrels a day. Wow. It's we oil sector growth of 48% everywhere. The economy was going in negative.
Okay.
The figures are there.
Okay.
The same topic here.
Okay. So, in fact, it is sometimes disgusting to be discussing these type of topics and very annoying in the sense that for the first time that I'm seeing somebody running on the party's ticket and is ashamed to carry his records. Normally, if a vice president is coming on board to lead the country, you normally campaign on the record of your party.
Okay.
Why is the MPP ashamed of claiming credit for their own records? Why is Dr. Boamah trying so hard to shy away from their performance? Look, Oheneba, let me ask you this. If you have your father and you discover a new product and you want to sell to the general public and you cannot even convince your own father to buy the product, how is it possible to convince the generality of the public? So is it the case that Dr. Boamah, all the ideas that he has, he could not convince President Akufo-Addo to implement them to have a sustainable government?
Maybe you're kind about 20.
So that is my point. At what stage? So let's ask. So at what point did Boamah made it known to the public that he has been advising the president and he doesn't listen? So you see that we look, there are 3 cardinal qualities of any good leader that we must always look for or figure anytime you are electing a public servant. One of it is honesty. Look, Dr. Boamah serial and herald all their public lectures in 2016.
Sure.
In fact, the manifesto title for 2016, MPP manifesto, was Arise for Change, Jobs for the People.
Yeah.
Was that not the issue? So all the campaign promises, all the slogans that they brought on board was being done by Dr. Boamah with several lectures.
Sure.
At that stage, did he know he was just a mate? When he was canvassing to Ghanaians, all the lofty promises, the slogan, all the things that they were talking about, at that stage, did he know that he was only a mere mate and not a driver? Did he know that? Does he even appreciate the constitutional impediment or constitutional specificity on what a running mate is? You are coming on a ticket, and it is going to be run on a manifesto. And Dr. Boamah was the one who was the spokesperson for NPP when it came to the economy.
Sure.
Until recently that we discovered he was just an ICT teacher. We always knew him to be an economic wizard.
ICT teacher.
Of course. Mention one single thing Dr. Boamah spearheaded that led to a successful end. One.
Ghana card.
Ghana card was not his initiative. In fact, all the contracts of Ghana card was signed and was about to be executed. In fact, when they came to office, they didn't even change the executioner, the one who was supposed to execute
even
the contract.
The President Akufo-Addo himself said it.
Good. Do you know
page 10 of his document that he said in this regard, we have embarked on the far-reaching digitalization exercise in Africa. Up from the figure of 900,000 we inherited when we came to power.
Exactly.
In 2017.
So it means that it was inherited.
Yeah.
The only thing Dr. Boamah initiated was the gold for oil policy. Okay. And under the gold for oil policy, the purpose was one, to ensure exchange rate stability. Is that not it? Mm-hmm. And the second two was to also reduce fuel prices.
Sure.
What is the scorecard now?
Fuel is now
increasing above 14. Is that not it?
It's 14.74.
14.70. And what is the dollar now?
The dollar is 13.
And then we change your baby now 13.5.
Exactly.
Okay.
So look, any policy that you are bringing, the policy is just a means to an end. What is the end? The end was to make sure that our city is strong and then fuel prices reduce. Is that not it?
Mm-hmm.
What is the scorecard of that policy? So if you want to know whether Boamah will perform, even just take that single policy that they brought. In fact, at the launch of it, you saw all the media coverage that it gave to the gold for oil policy.
Mm-hmm.
What have become of it? The second cardinal principle you need to look out for in any good leader, apart from honesty, is result orientation. Look, if you inherit an economy, anytime you are campaigning against a government,
mm-hmm.
the idea is that you can do better. Sure. So if you inherit an economy from the NDC in 2016 with the description that whatever President Mahama was doing, you could do better. Is that not it? Now let's look at the health of the economy. What should we look out for when we are discussing economy? There are two areas. You look at the macro level and then the micro. The micro is so important because that is the one that directly affects the people.
Okay.
Look, under the macro indicators, let's take first of all unemployment. Okay. I told you that the 2016 manifesto was a rise for change, job for the people.
Okay.
In 2016, unemployment was 7.8%. At that time, the NPP described unemployment to be, in fact, they always use this one, unemployed association.
Yeah.
Now, when they came to office, what is the scorecard on unemployment? 14%.
14.7.
So are we doing better? The second macro indicator we should always look at is the exchange rate. Look.
When the fundamentals are weak.
When the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. A quotation from the vice president.
But it warped logic.
To think that when the exchange rate depreciates, no, look.
You cannot simply say the fundamentals are weak.
Good. Now, look at the exchange rate.
Mm-hmm.
The exchange rate, as we speak, is about 14 for dollar.
Sure.
13 for dollar, 14 for pound and euro. Is that not it?
Sure.
What was the rate of those foreign currencies under President Mahama that it was described as incompetent? $1 was around, I think.
So it was, at the time we're living power, it was 3.8.
3.8. Now, is 3.8 worse than 13? Now, on top of exchange rate, when you are studying exchange rate, they normally have what we call your currency strength, because every currency should be backed by a legal tender. Is that not it?
Sure.
That shows the value of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Look, there is a rating agency. There is a purpose of rating agency. The purpose is to give policy credibility to any country. If you look at all the rating agents, Fitch, S&P, Moody's, and all those things, they've described Ghana's currency as junk. What it means is that any investor from abroad interested in investing in Ghana must be careful, because the currency that you are investing in can always fluctuate. So imagine if I was an investor and I bring money in CD equivalent, because Ghana we only trade in CD. Yeah. Now, at the time I was bringing it, the dollar was 10 cedis. Now, profit has come and dollar is now 13. I'm supposed to repatriate my money back to my country. Am I worse off or better off? From 10 cedi to $1 to 13 cedi to $1. Am I worse off or better off when I'm changing it back to the dollar? Because if I was to change 10 Ghana cedis, because I now have cedis, I wanted to change. If I change at 10 Ghana cedis, it means I'll have more dollars as compared to changing it at 13. So no business community will be willing to invest into your country when your currency is not stable. Ghana, as we speak, nobody can predict our currency. What is the relevance of the good for oil policy? All the dollars that the Bank of Ghana has pumped into the country, what has become of it? The third macroeconomic indicator was what my brother talked about, the debt to GDP ratio. Sure. And you know, I don't in modern economics, what he described was the neoclassical methods. In modern economics, we don't even use debt to GDP. We rather now use debt to national domestic product. You know why? Because your GDP has foreign elements in it.
But in Ukraine, then over 1,000%.
Do you get my point? Because when we talk about GDP, it means that the summation of all goods and services produced in the country.
Everything.
Now, we know that there are foreign companies producing in Ghana, and their profits and monies are not here. They repatriate, is that not? Yeah. So when you are doing analysis to look at the per capita, what goes directly to benefit the citizenry, you don't look at the GDP absolutely. But let's even give them the credit. You cannot tell me that a 56% debt to GDP ratio is worse off than 104%. And that's where I'll now come to this, whether it's 76 or not. Senior, in 2022, the government of Ghana announced the debt restructuring program. Sure. And they gave two options. One of the options was either you sign up or you forever hold your peace. What it means is that if you don't sign up, the risk of losing your entire money is on you. Because the government could not give a surety or a guarantee that those monies will be paid if you don't sign up. Sure. People sign up to the debt exchange program and look at how the debt reduced. If I was getting a coupon rate of 10% per annum, and you are now telling me that on year one, my coupon is 0. So all the coupon payments they were supposed to receive in year one, which is part of your debt, will be scrapped off. Is that not it? On second year, I was supposed to receive a coupon rate of 10% again. You said no, it is 5%. It means that 5% coupon rate has been slashed off. Now, apart from that, 133 billion Ghana cedis has been forgiven through the debt to GDP, through the debt exchange program. And now, do you know that they are on the international front negotiating with the external creditors? But with that, they are not successful because the external creditors are looking for guarantees. Unlike in Ghana that it was imposed on the citizenry, they cannot do that with the external creditors. Now, the final one I will talk about is look at the micro. My brother talked about the micro. Look, what is the most basic thing that affects every household? Because in economy, we have the sectors of an economy. We have the industry, government, and households. We are the household. We are not in government. We don't do businesses. What is the single thing that really affects households? One has to do with prices in the market. Tomorrow is Eid. In 2016, a bag of rice was 270 cedis. Yeah. Those are the bread and butter issues. Today, I'm a parliamentary candidate in a Muslim constituency. A bag of rice is now 600 Ghana cedis. Imagine you are supposed to take care of over 1,000 people. You know the number of bags, how much it will cost? Look at the loss. Forget about rice. Look at sugar. We are just ending Ramadan. Yeah. A bag of sugar moved to as high as 700 Ghana cedis. Even in 2019, I bought sugar for 420, and now it is 700 Ghana cedis. Those are the bread and butter issues. Look at cost of fuel. A fuel you inherited at 4 cedi 20 pesos per liter is now sold for 14 Ghana cedis. What is the average Ghanaian? How is it impacting on average Ghanaians whose income is less than the minimum wage? Look at the cost of rent. In Accra, you cannot get rent below 500 Ghana cedis per month.
No. Then you want to go to Pokwase.
Is that not it?
Pokwase Mayira area.
Look at the back of cement. All the buildings that you are seeing now, real estate people, they are mostly foreign owned. Ghanaians can no longer bear the consequences of these government inactions. And that is why I'm saying that whatever Dr. Boamah had that could turn this economy around, he should have done it better.
Meba, mamini komo we emrana ye mewie kra. And enkomo ni mo ayede, but ye bewie economy no aso. The rest no, ye be share kratem. Yan first Ghana Help Therapeutics. So wa so mo edi dwumadi de brew. Ghana Bam eyedru sasabro. Wapon waposo kotodwe. Pompo ena abobo wa. Uhia Ghana Bam. Ya wa Ghana Man capsules. Ya eboa mema papa. Itu ye bema pe Ghana Man capsules. Ya wo prostrate ene joy. Ene yakabo nti prostrate yade no eho aduru eno no. Ghana ha ba bia obewura bia no benya aduru bi frɛ 0244 754380 0244 754380. Mami from the Moses Clinic and Prostate Center and Twaso. What the 30 years and the baby do the asayade. What the made Moses garlic capsules at the Abba. Now was say good is in a woman fully packed. Yes, I say no ma ubenya Ceylon cinnamon touch a womb. Na a drone ya kama say it detoxify the pedriano. And my cholesterol level no eba from. Ena eboa moja nso media frisani ye woni pedrian mu. Ye friend no Medimosis garlic capsules. Ghana ha ba bi eton ro bia no ubenya bi. Friend number way 0244 068 447 0244 068 447. Mami fa SMB test emfa emau. Esiesie be ma wuntini. Enti no won se be ma bia ne be ma dompenim ntini na de adwuma. Man huru ntini mu na ema ntini mu nya den na ye di ho adanse. Ema no so mesramo wo hia bi SMB test no na aboawo bi test a ensa enim ye di nsuo na de aye na ho de wom papa. Edu Herbal Clinic and the SMB test e de aba frɛ 0558 379545 0558 379545. Baby obewura bia no ubenya bi. Mami for Safari Valley emau. Wo pe the best place on earth here of where fepa. Your friend Safari Valley. Ya wie Ramadan mu nko ho. Birthday party, engagement, wedding. And one Safari Valley. Bowra ho na kwaji wani. Na ho fe. Ewo Okre district edu krom side ho. From 0596 914394 0596 914394. Mami for Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules. Emma Spanish garlic mixture una sitata wedru no. Would you show be bad cholesterol? Obi ha halitosis nanum eyinka. Hanu pa ujari wiana na hokeka no. What the Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules. Your Spanish ginkgo capsules. Ya wono ma eboawo ginkgo biloba ni soya waye na ye dia yedrui eti ebo wakoma ene adwene no ho ban ekuta anti-aging numbi na emwawo Fred doctor e was 0266 114111 0266 114111 X natural mineral water was simply natural. Ensure way ye the 7 wedding engagement birthday party bibia X natural mineral water say enetie ensuo no ye natural ye fa bibia mframu wonu mahu sa wonom natural water na so e de pa obetumi afre 0596 273546 0596 273546 Solak Natural Clinic see fa to anim say low sperm count gono ene yade nkaye keka ho high BP fabraho na mom kai wo kidney ene wo liver no dialysis machine no a woda so no ebeku da kro bramam ni ma wadura eba samfro wo liver no ene wo kidney ni mu na arestart no ma na ye adwuma biem etibra on kra ya kokomlemle Wabehava Senior High School no the number is 0553 932631 0553 932631 yawie na yeko na yebekoi me for say 2 minutes brief na afei yemfa summarize everything up now Ghana for ebeto aba floating voters etomre bi a omo check aban no okay why na the policies eye said na mini edemeken NDC amanyokuo no wo hwe ebia ye ways aye fa so a ye de ton wo wura John Dramani Mahama ene entra NPP fo twafa ne ho ansa na wo beba ya ene TUC fo akasa ene a lot of things o maka fa ye wura John Mahama ho yenye ne dan de ne ye ka che Ghana fo mo hu say papa no e manage the economy better than any other government.
Well, midasi na amifa way, I mean, congratulate. I mean, salute your national chairman.
Okay.
Chairman General Mosquito.
Sure.
All the national executive.
Him
say, Eboy Juma Bebre, Omuaya appointment, all the committees. Omuye Jumama party. Last week, me background, me sitting in one of the committees. The youth committee.
Okay.
Policies now, discussions, under the chairmanship of Julian Kobina, in a friend as Kobik. Now, we share idea for NDC party Moses here.
Wow.
It shows this is a party that is not only working to win power, but a party that is ready for governance. Oheneba, the NDC is not only working to win the elections. We are ready for governance. I will give you a hint. Meeting be making proposal. Now our proposal no sounds very good to the ears. Now a idea it be able to me vote be aba. I deliberate and the chairman of the committee say, His Excellency President Mahama has told us say he's not only going to make promises, feasible policies and promises that we have to work with. Wow. Into policy back it with how it can be done, time frame, where we will get the resources. And I say, wow, this is a man now. Why are you ready to move Ghana forward? The kind of work that is going on in the party, maybe you're confident, say, Yamiadum, you're winning. But let me use your platform again. Let me caution NDC for.
Okay.
Complacency here too much. You no Dr. Boamah messy up. You no who you discerning voter. Tell who Dr. Boamah any John Dramani Mahama or ballot. So a very difficult say a discerning person will look at the two and vote for Alhaji Boamah. But complacency here too much.
I say I win here.
I see me jidi say you win here. But onim krofo omoye experts in stealing. They can go any extent to protect Omutifre.
Sure.
Inti, I say you're vigilant. I say you're wild. Nami, my cancer will be go back to the branch and any constituency. I mean, about my constituency, you want them, you can't do it because strategies now. You're what say will be at the end of the day, no. Say you promise John Mahama 90%. We know, say it is because of the work that we are doing. Sometimes, no. It will be by radio and TV and bear 7, bear 10, 11, and I'm whom you will be constantly say, wow. And just say, I mean, what TV show. But at the end of the day, no, we are doing all these things because in him say, efforts and I ever produce a resource. Good. And yet, we sit, we fear now. I believe now. We friend who say, we are incoming this, we are incoming that, we are incoming this, incoming now. Mudi tutu muhunu. Work for it. And yet, Jumano. Over so and global info analysis for way no a project says your mama benya 54%. Me satisfied. MPP are buying messy up say we should be able to get 58%. Good. Into yen corner yen juma 54 no any satisfactory because only will be one messy up obi a why failure to say Dr. Bawumia is governance no how ma fail potose mu ko election now and say you're winning and we have to win and win convincingly.
Thank you. You're right, sir.
Okay, so what I will say is that the country is charged for change. The mood for change is visibly seen across the length and breadth of this country. And for that matter, it is a general call on all right-thinking Ghanaian populists to ensure that we protect our democracy. And also a call on all our party structures, right from the branch, constituency, regional, and national executive, to protect and guarantee the security of every vote that has been counted or casted. I say that, yes, how do you translate the mood for change into reality? The elections is only over when all ballots casted are counted and declared for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And for that matter, the real verdict is on December 7th, 2024. And I'm appealing to every Ghanaian whose interest is to see this country work again, to support the Building Ghana concept. I know President Mahama has been tried. The MPP government has also been tried. And the obvious indicators are clear for every person to see and analyze. And I'm very sure and optimistic that once, like my brother said, complacency doesn't set in, we should be able to get a one-touch victory. And finally, let me also use this opportunity once again to thank my MP, Honorable ABF Sene, and my constituency executives to say that Eid Mubarak, nowadays, with the Paya Pam, the Nanama, the Darfanma. We thank you so much. So thank you, Oheneba.
Okay.
God bless.
But that's it. Yeah, the Judy no EDSC and a Tuesday, Thursday, you ever sign Asia, that you didn't come more at the Afadi air cost. Yadikai Akase or the parliamentary candidates are more ye woman, Obuha when ya Quenya Cranko, TV be a soda, and I say any media house be a soda. Wadaroma say, oh, well, let say Obe Jumedi Swa, Obe to me a contact a Quadru appear Queen, and I say Big Mike, now will appear on the show. Said Yabeya also. You bet to me at all, can you hold you bet to me? Aye. And that Jumadian EDSC and the Mediano Oheneba Boamah Bennie. Yadamuina se papa pass and so Beccaho. Abusia penny, Maminchao, Naminchao beam, Abusia penny no, Chediampo, we shall. And now Dan Lati, the birthday, enti Dan Lati, one head of entertainment. Ewaha, happy birthday to you, bro. Yame Omo Ninche, about your Sunday. Beba more papa. I'm be who said that Latin or Banoa, which I laugh baby no. But all the same, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your birthday. Yadmasi, Yabasa Shiabium, Yakramina.